Welcome to the March 2021.01 release of SDS2 load planning. I'm going to start with covering some of our client issues that we have been notified about, and then move into the new features and tools. I'll begin with Crystal Steel's curve issue. Due to our speed change where we reduced unnecessary faces such as bars and grading, in some rare cases, curves may have snuck through the heuristic and were displayed incorrectly, as you can see here in this picture. We have done some refinement to the heuristic, and now, as you can see, this issue is resolved. AIC reported that loadables in a deleted fix bundle were not being placed back onto the staging list. This occurred when the icon up top was used to delete instead of using the right-click delete bundle. This would cause all sorts of issues since the system still thought that these items were listed or loaded and could get you into an unstable state. This is now resolved. More speed issues for load maps have been implemented, as well as other reported issues where the load list was lagging. Now, as you can see here, the load list is much more responsive. In version 2021.00, we added in the ability to group loadables. To complete groups, we had to add work on the IFC update capability of groups. This meant going through all the different conditions. For example, what happens when a loadable in a group is revised and that group is in a bundle on a completed trailer? During testing, we had to make sure that everything was reported correctly and tests were created. This was no small task. Let me demonstrate with one example. A few other enhancements made to groups is that you can now have a group of one loadable. This may sound strange, but for example, with updating, this situation could occur, though probably a rare case. Like trailers and bundles, you will not be able to duplicate a group name. A number will be appended if a duplicate is found. Note that this will not affect adding and removing from a group. To help with removing loadables to a group, when you ungroup, the loadables that are in the group will remain selected, allowing you to remove from selection loadables using the Shift Select option. If you make a mistake, undo can come to the rescue. This would be one of many of these quality of life items I mentioned that are within this release. I am sure you will appreciate some of these enhancements and new tools added in this release. I'll begin with filters. The three main improvements are listing only available values, inverting selection, and save and loading options. I will begin with listing of only available values. When I open the length filter, as an example, we see the list of all the available lengths in the model to select from. Now, I'm going to create as an example using the SDS2 Load Planner Kind filter. I will select a brace. Now, when I create a filter for lengths, I will only see the lengths in the list of the unfiltered items. When you select a filter to edit, you will see all the available values again. You will notice in the operators that there is a hide matching checkbox. When you check this box, whatever is selected, as in this case the columns I'm going to select, these will become hidden now or filtered out. As you can see, now all the columns are hidden. Now for the save and load. We have the option to save the sets of filters to any location on your system using the icon, but I will leave this unsaved for now. On the left, you will notice that the title shows that my current set of filters that I've created have not been yet saved. If I were to try to load a set of filters when in this unsaved condition, the system is intelligent enough to detect this unsaved condition, and you are prompted to either save the current set of filters, continue without saving, overwriting the unsaved filters with the filters being loaded, or cancel the operation and do nothing. Let's save the filters. Now the current filters are saved and the new ones are loaded. A few important points to make are: undo and redo does not affect the filters, and if a loaded filter property is not found, the filter using that property will be ignored and not loaded. I'm going to stop at this point since the rest will become self-evident when you work on the release. A little more helpful feedback is available above and below on the staging list. You'll see at the bottom of the list the number of loadables selected with the total weight, and on the top of the list, the number on the staging list with its total weight. For the grand finale, I will show the Align tool. This handy little tool will allow you to line up loadables based on the furthest selected front or rear loadable. This tool, located on the right-click menu, or by using lowercase f for front and b for back. The height will be maintained regardless of whether the height lock is on or off. I see this tool as being a great boon to when you're stacking angles and channels. Okay, maybe one other final point. We have begun looking into solutions for how to better validate our loadables. That is all I'm going to give away on that. I mention it because this is a big project and will take some time to get right. I do thank you for your time and really hope you get a great production increase in your 2020.01 release of SDS2 load planning.